Good morning. So, what is the CBDC, the central banking digital currency? This is the question that a lot of people are going to be asking. So, central banking digital currency is a digital token. So very much like the cryptocurrencies that you've been seeing, but it will be its own unique token. And it's like every other cryptocurrency, it is programmable. And they've been planning this for decades. So originally in 1971, they removed the asset back behind every single currency, which meant they could now print as much money as they wanted. I'll do another video on how it's different in the new system and how it's controlled. But think for now, very simply, you can only have as much currency as you have in silver or in gold. The minute you remove that, the printing machines got going, and that's it. They just kept printing money. Every country printed money. So instead of really, I suppose, thinking about it, instead of fixing an issue properly, they would just print the money and fix it that way. That's why everything was so messed up. And that's a lot of the shit that we saw before, but it's so much bigger than that. So they knew that when that first crash hit in 2008, when they had the biggest banking crash in history before that, everything's been struggling ever since. It never actually really recovered from that. It just kept getting worse. So over the years, it's been well known that the fiat currency would crash. It's not like it's just happening now. It was bound to. It was literally living on a short shelf life. It was living on a shoestring. It was ready to collapse anyway, because debt's through the roof. Every single country is massively through debt because all they've done is print money, borrowed money, print money. It's just gone like that. And you can't fix anything like that. So they knew their fiat currency was coming to an end. So they began planning with the help of blockchain technology, which all of our cryptocurrency has been used. But the difference is, like the Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's decentralized, which means it's independent, it's separate from the banking system. It doesn't work on the banking system. If I've got Bitcoin and I want to send it to another person, I'll just send it straight. It goes from my wallet to their wallet. It doesn't go anywhere else. Yes, you have exchanges, but that's where people go on, where they might want to buy some Ethereum and pay with it, Bitcoin, and convert it on there. And yes, you can hold money on there as well, but generally you keep your money in your personal wallet, because if the exchange goes down, your money's taken with it, and that works exactly the same way as a bank going down. See, the biggest issue then started getting worse. Through COVID, the rules in the banks changed. So banks have always taken your money and traded with it. We know this, it's always happened. And we get this lousy like 1-2% back, which is a load of crap. But what they were told is they were never allowed to trade with all of the money. They had to hold the money for that reason. If you invest everything and something happens, you've got nothing to pay back. But they changed it through COVID. They changed that to zero, which meant they allowed them to trade with everything. Now talk about putting the whole system at risk. But it wasn't put at risk. It's been done on purpose. They needed the crash to happen to usher in their new currency, which they can control. You have to remember, the elites have always been there. They call themselves elites. They pride themselves on power and control. This was like the ultimate control for them. They control where the money goes. They control what happens with the money, and they can tell you where you can use your money. So you take this, it's not even hypothetical because they've actually done it, but take this example of these smart cities. There's one in pretty much every single country now. Oxford is our one at the moment, and there's 106 planned for the UK. But back onto topic. So you think about it. Central banking digital currency kicks in. Smart cities are already on the go. You can't leave that area without permission. I'll do another video on smart cities too. But what happens if suddenly there's another pandemic? Oh my God, right. Lockdown. How do you enforce lockdown? You tell the currency not to work within 15 minutes of your house. And it can be done. It's programmable. You drive somewhere, suddenly you're paying, you can't. And you get a message to say you're further away than the zone. And that's the goal. That was the plan. How to keep people in cities, how to move them out of rural areas. This is all interlinked. It's all power and control. And why? Because they've been losing control, and they knew they've been losing control. I'll do another video on that as well. But this is what CBDC is. It's a blockchain token, just like Bitcoin, but the difference is it's centralized. They own it, they control it, they can tell you when and where you can use it. Hope that helps. But drop more questions in and I'll keep sharing and keep answering. Like and follow for more.